Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to discuss the top 5 prettiest countries in Europe. So before we begin, a quick definition of what we're considering Europe to be. It's anything that would traditionally be considered Europe, and then any Schengen zone countries or any countries that use the euro. Basically anything in that part of the region. So with that, what is the number 5 prettiest country to visit in Europe?
Number 5, in our opinion, is Ireland.
Ireland was beautiful, and we took 2 weeks and drove around the whole country, so we got a very good sense of what was there. Some of my favorite things in Ireland were going to Cliffs of Moher,
Yes.
Dingle Peninsula,
Yes.
and then just the vast number of castles that they have. What were some of your favorite parts of visiting Ireland?
Well, I think what was so great about Ireland was you can really just pull off the side of the road as you're driving around. There's so many, the landscape is amazing, so many beautiful places to stop and just take pictures and just admire and just, listen to the water. It was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Ireland is a terrifically beautiful country. So what's number 4 going to be for you?
Number 4, I think we need to say Faroe Islands.
Yeah, Faroe Islands were amazing. And even though it's very rainy, cloudy, you may not see the beauty for a few days. You may actually have 50-mile-an-hour winds and can't see anything. But when it does open up, the Faroe Islands are just gorgeous. The drives, anywhere you drive is breathtaking because there's mountains are super steep, and then the roads are all kind of skirting the mountains through tunnels.
Yeah.
Tunnels go underwater. It's just astonishing and beautiful.
I agree. I think the landscape there is intensely dramatic.
Yeah.
The peaks are peaks, and you've got a floating lake over the ocean, and lakes waterfalling into the ocean. It's incredible.
Two main things that I loved there were the Mullafasser waterfall, which is a waterfall that just kind of falls into the ocean, and there's a mountain behind it. And then, as you mentioned, there's a lake that's perched above the ocean, which is really just astonishing. And you hike up and you can see above the lake, you can see the lake flowing into the ocean also, which I've never seen anything like that in my life. And it's not really even a bad hike to get there. It's about a 2-kilometer hike to see that. So number 4, Faroe Islands, I have to agree. Number 3, prettiest country in Europe that you can go visit is Scotland.
I agree.
Now this surprised me. We only booked 6 days in Scotland on our 6-month trip because we kind of thought, Scotland's not going to be that great. We hadn't really heard much about it, but it absolutely blew me away.
It did.
Scotland was just gorgeous. I think the best part of Scotland you want to go to is the Glencoe area or Isle of Skye. And in fact, you might as well just do both. You can do them both in about a week. And for me, the best place that I saw was Nice Point.
Definitely.
It's this awesome lighthouse set on this mountain peak overlooking the ocean, and it's just amazing. What were some of your favorite vantage points in Scotland?
Definitely Nice Point. The one thing in Scotland is it's a little bit more challenging to drive there because the roads are a little bit wild, but absolutely worth the effort and the scare here and there of driving around there. But just absolutely incredible landscape. I remember driving in our very first day from Edinburgh, driving in to the Glencoe area, and just around every turn, just wow, look at this, wow, look at this, wow. I thought, how many times can I say that before every little bit you see something completely different. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Brothers Point is another amazing spot in Scotland that we hiked to. Not a bad hike. the view is just astonishing, and there's really not going to be anybody there when you're there. So just a great place to go. So many great places in the Isle of Skye. Like she said, it's just, you're driving, you have your own car generally there, and around every corner you can just stop, pull off, get out, walk down the bank, look at a waterfall. They're going to be basically everywhere.
Yeah.
Number 2.
I would say Norway.
Yeah, Norway is awesome.
Somehow these countries keep topping each other, and Norway definitely lived up to expectations and exceeded them, wouldn't you say?
Yes, exceeded. And in Norway, we started out in Bergen, which was pretty, but it was not the main attraction. Then we flew up to Tromsø, which was also very pretty. But then we got into the island of Sendra, and that is just breathtaking.
Yeah.
We hiked up Heston Mountain, so you can have a great view of Segla Mountain, and it's probably the prettiest viewpoint that I've ever seen in my life. The prettiest hike that I've ever done, and just the best of everything. We were up there all alone. It was absolutely incredible. That whole island, really every turn, every little place you went, looking out the hotel room window was amazing.
Yes.
Just an incredible place. And what was your favorite part of Norway?
I definitely have to say I loved that really peaceful, although very steep hike up Heston, but it was so peaceful. I was shocked at how unspoiled Sanja, the island of Sanja, was. It hasn't been really fully discovered by the tourists yet, which is fantastic, because we had literally every area, maybe 1 or 2 people would show up for a few minutes, take pictures and move on. Absolutely incredible to have that kind of accessibility to something so beautiful. So I loved that. And then of course Lofoten Islands. I don't think you can be disappointed in Lofoten Islands. There is so much to see there.
Now, was your opinion swayed of Lofoten Islands because we got to see the Northern Lights?
I mean, maybe a little.
Yeah,
But
so Lofoten is a great place to see the Northern Lights because
that helps.
So beautiful, and it is a little more touristy, but it is worth it. So Lofoten is just a great place to go.
Yeah, don't be scared off because there's a lot of tourism here. There are lots of places to go where you're not going to see a ton of people. It's a big place. You think an island and you're thinking of a little spot. I mean, that's what I had in my head. I mean, that's how it looks on the map. But it's really huge. I mean, it took us 7.5, 8 hours to get here from Sanja. So it's a big place, and there's plenty to see here, from places where the tourists go to kind of undiscovered, unnamed places that you find along the way.
Norway is a big country. So that takes us to number 1, which is
Iceland.
Iceland, yeah.
In my eyes, I don't know that it can be just unbelievable. I'd go back there over and over and over, and I don't tend to think that about a lot of places. Iceland, I would definitely keep going back.
Because we didn't even see anything. There's no way you could see everything in Iceland in a week. No. We were there for a week. We mostly stayed on the southern border, which is where the main attractions are, but there's so much more to see.
Yeah.
You've got amazing waterfalls, which is what I love. Some of the best in the world. And then you've got the Glacier Lagoon, of course, which is where we got to see these amazing ice chunks and seals and birds, and the ice flows out the lagoon and flows into the ocean and then washes up on the beach. And this is where we got to see the Northern Lights
for the very first time.
And there's the Skagafoss waterfall, which is amazing. We saw the Northern Lights there as well the next night. And there's a hike behind this waterfall, which
that was amazing.
Is called the waterfall hike. There are, I think, 27 waterfalls on this hike. And when I heard there were 27 waterfalls, I thought these were 27 little waterfalls.
Little trickles.
No, these are like 24 major, impressive, beautiful waterfalls. So that's just something that was amazing. So many things to see there. It's definitely the number one prettiest country to go to and to see. And if you have some vacation time to spend coming up this year, you cannot go wrong with any of these 5. So check out some of our other videos. We've got videos for all 5 of these on the channel. Make sure you subscribe and check out some of the other stuff coming up. We'll be adding more videos about these countries. Give us a like if you liked it, and thank you for watching. We will see you next time.